Welcome to this short presentation. Greetings to all of you on the occasion of the World Diabetes Day, the November 14th, 2013. As we all know, India has been going through a major problem in that India is now going to be the leader for diabetes. In fact, it has been told that India is going to be the global capital for diabetes by 2025. There has been lot of awareness around the globe, lot of work has been going on, and there is enough data to say that today what is very, very important to prevent India from becoming the global capital is to see that we all have a collective effort to take it as on a war footing to work on this and help people to prevent becoming diabetic, and those who have already become diabetic, we should be able to work on that to see that their diabetes is kept under very good control. For this, Swami Vivekananda Yoganusandhana Samsthana, the only deemed university on yoga, has taken up this program called Stop Diabetes Movement, SDM, which is a nationwide movement, an initiative of this university which was launched in 2008. And what is this SDM? SDM is a collective effort to prevent India from becoming the world capital of diabetes through yoga-based lifestyle change. As all of us know, India is at the top. Looking at the prevalence of diabetes in all the Asian countries, we can see that India, China, USA, Russia, India tops the whole series of countries in its prevalence, and it is going to increase. By 2025, we will have several diabetics. Therefore, is this not a great concern for all of us, being citizens of this country? What can we do? What can be the India's contribution to prevent this epidemic of diabetes from growing to these great heights? From that point of view, we have been conducting research in this area over the last 30-35 years at S-VYASA, where we have demonstrated through research that yoga-based lifestyle is better than exercise-based lifestyle change, which has been advocated on a conventional practice. What are the benefits of yoga-based lifestyle change? It not only normalizes the blood glucose level, it also reduces the glycated hemoglobin, increases good cholesterol, HDL, much better than exercise-based lifestyle change, and reduces bad cholesterol, much better than exercise-based lifestyle change, normalizes the weight and BMI, and we have also shown through research that the nerve conduction velocity in the peripheral nerves in people who may get peripheral neuropathy because of diabetes has also been shown to be much improved even within 2 weeks of regular yoga practices. And at the psychological level, it improves the quality of life, decreases depression and anxiety, and very interesting, it reduces the requirement for oral medication. So what is the aim of Stop Diabetes movement? It is basically the curve which is supposed to go exponentially in this direction. We should be able to bring it down, if not make it flat, and by 2025. And how does it happen? The objective is to see that we prevent diabetes in people who are very much prone to diabetes. This is called prevention, primary prevention in pre-diabetics. Secondary prevention, those who are already diabetic, we should see that the severe diabetics will become moderate, moderate to mild, mild to normal blood levels of blood glucose, so that diabetes can be kept under very good control and prevent complications. So therefore, what are the methods? What is it that we have to find? How to find out who is a pre-diabetic? The American Diabetic Association has given a very, very simple formula, simple questionnaire, in which we ask the blood relatives and the family members of diabetics 7 of these questions. What is their age, what is their gender, what is their family history, whether if they are females, whether they have had diabetes during their pregnancy, whether they have hypertension, or how is their physical activity and what is their weight, and then put all of them and score it, and if the score is above 5, we know that these are all pre-diabetics, and these are the people who are going to get diabetic in the next 1 year, and therefore it's very, very important that we catch these people and help them through yogic lifestyle to prevent the diabetes. Based on this, we have been organizing several camps around the country, and we have conducted successfully many camps, a 10 days program where there will be an initial checkup with fasting blood glucose and post glucose drink blood glucose level, and they will be given 2-hour sessions every day for 8 days, followed by the final checkup. And like this, we have been conducting camps in Rajkot in Gujarat, Udaipur, Chittorgarh in Rajasthan, Chikli in Maharashtra, Pondicherry, etc. And it's very fascinating to see how these people enjoy the program, learn the first module of yogic based lifestyle change for diabetes, and blood glucose levels have been shown to reduce. In this particular one of the camps, the average blood glucose had reduced from a mean of 174.8 to 152.5, and very interestingly, there are some very few very glaring cases where one Mr. Uttam, the blood glucose which was 570 came down to 338, another person 403 to 204, 287 to 125, 221 to 79, 150 to 64, all fasting blood glucose levels within this particular period. So it's a clarion call by the country, by motherland India, for all of us who have been working in this area, for health professionals to join hands together and work together as in unison to see that we participate in the Stop Diabetes movement by organizing several camps and as yoga teachers to get trained and move on. I hope and wish that we all work together to make it a very big nationwide movement and develop a big awareness. Thank you. Namaste. Welcome to all of you for this short presentation with a greetings on the occasion of the World Diabetes Day, November 14, 2013, from the Swami Vivekananda Yoga University, Bengaluru. Stop Diabetes Movement. What is this Stop Diabetes Movement? It's a collective effort to prevent India from becoming the world capital for diabetes. The mission is prevention of early onset of diabetes, avoid complications of diabetes, reduce medication, and inspire people to adopt the yogic lifestyle and redesign themselves by reducing stress and lifestyle. What is the need for this movement? What is the need for this project? The need for this is very much felt because of the increasing prevalence of type 2 diabetes or the adult onset diabetes as we call it, which is a lifestyle disease. Although it is not really considered to be a disease but just a disorder of glucose metabolism, the medical science has made long strides in our understanding of the disease, long strides in our understanding of how to manage this, discovered large number of medicines, but in spite of it, the prevalence has not come down. In fact, it is going on increasing. The prevalence in India is the highest in the world. More than 28 million cases were seen in 2007, and it will grow more rapidly in India than in any other country. It's going to reach more than 60 million cases by 2070. In fact, one person is dying of diabetes every 10 seconds. This is the declaration by the Health Ministry in 2008. Compared to non-diabetics, people with diabetics are 25 times more likely to develop blindness, 17 times more likely to develop kidney disease, 30 to 40 times more likely to undergo amputations of their legs, 2 to 4 times more likely to develop heart attack, twice more likely to suffer a stroke. What a epidemic. In fact, this seems to be much worse than many of the epidemics we had like cholera, plague, etc. And economically, it has become a big burden, and it is been estimated that the rise in per capita annual cost for diabetes is more than 30%, and every diabetic, the nation is spending large amounts of money, as has been reported. What is this diabetes and how it is becoming such a big issue? Let us try to understand quickly. Diabetes refers to a condition where the blood glucose levels are found to be very high, and the meaning of the word diabetes refers to as if there is large amount of urine that is being produced and it is being passed like a fountain. So blood glucose levels above 120 milligrams in the fasting state or above 180 milligrams in the post-lunch state is considered as diabetes. Although glucose is so very useful a substance in the body, why are we saying that high blood glucose is very dangerous? Glucose is very essential for all our body functions. For every cell, if we consider them as an engine, for it to do its job, we need petrol. We need the fuel for the cell to do its job, and that fuel for every cell all the time is glucose. Glucose is burnt inside the cell in the presence of oxygen to carry on all its function, be it a brain cell or liver cell, eye cell, skin cell or muscle cell. Then all these cells are very happy if you supply the right quantity of glucose all the time. Between 100 150, our body functions very healthy and happy. If it's too much, the body cells are unhappy. Too little, the body cells are unhappy. Therefore, a beautiful system is set into our system to see that there is a constant supply of glucose into each and every cell in the body, and that is carried out by insulin and glucagon. Insulin to reduce if the blood glucose is going above 200, to reduce it to well below 200, and glucagon to raise the blood glucose if the blood glucose is going below the normal levels. What is the cause of diabetes and why is it becoming such a major issue is what we should understand. The cause of diabetes, we know, has two major components in the type 2 diabetes. One is the strong genetic tendency. We as Indians have got a major tendency for diabetes to show up, and this genetic tendency we have inherited. But what makes our genes express the problem is the lifestyle. As it is happening in Indians today, we are all moving very fast, trying to adapt to a very rapid materialistic, economically progressive lifestyle, and this is causing a big burden on the system, and this is causing what we call as insulin resistance. And the cause for insulin resistance very clearly is sedentary lifestyle, lack of physical activity, and very rich food, lot of mental emotional stress, all these contributing to obesity, more fat on the abdomen, and these fat cells or the visceral fat cells on the abdomen are the ones which are causing insulin resistance or the inability for the glucose to enter into the cell for it to be used, and this is being recognized as the major cause. And behind all this, what wrong diet, lack of physical activity, mental emotional stress, what is the problem? It is the mind. Therefore, mind management is very important, and this is where yoga has a very important role by offering several techniques to correct the mental emotional state through mind mastery techniques, which we call as yoga chitta vritti nirodha, through a process of slowing down the mind, calming down the mind, giving very deep rest to each and every cell in the body. And for this we have evolved specific modules for management of diabetes, and this is what is being introduced in many of the camps conducting in various parts of the country as a part of this Stop Diabetes movement. And in this Stop Diabetes movement, let us all join hands together to see that we make India free from the problem of increasing prevalence of diabetes. So what is therefore Stop Diabetes movement? It's a collective effort to prevent India from becoming the world capital for diabetes through yoga-based lifestyle change, and this is a very important project in which there is enough scientific evidence now to the efficacy of yogic lifestyle change, where we conducted a randomized controlled trial on 300 subjects, 150 people doing yogic based lifestyle change for one hour every day. They come to the center and practice yoga program along with the lifestyle change, and the other group comes to the center every day for 1 hour and does exercise, followed up for 1 year. And what were we able to see? Very interesting data. Both the groups the blood glucose reduced, both the group the HbA1c reduced, but the increase in good cholesterol was much better in the yoga group than the exercise group. Reduction in the bad cholesterol was much better in the yoga group, significantly better than the exercise group, and oral medication requirement had reduced in the yoga group as compared to the non-yoga group. Weight reduction, anxiety reduction, better quality of life, all these have been observed. So with enough data not only from our institution, but there are 65 papers published on the efficacy of yoga in diabetes, we have launched this Stop Diabetes movement, where we aim that the graph which is going in the exponential direction shall be made flat or brought down, and therefore to bring down the curve by 2025 we have to carry on prevention. Primary prevention means preventing pre-diabetics from becoming diabetics. For that we have to recognize pre-diabetic patients, and pre-diabetics, they are not yet patients, but they have a strong tendency because of their strong family relationships, stress, etc. And also secondary prevention, preventing complications in diabetics, reducing severe diabetics to moderate, moderate to mild, mild to normal, and through that we should be able to help large number of people. As a first step in this, we have taken up awareness programs, give intensive programs of 2 hours every day for 10 days in different parts of the country, and we have been observing large number of good results in these people. We have conducted in 2013 programs in Rajkot in Gujarat, Udaipur in Rajasthan, Chittorgarh in Rajasthan, Chikli in Maharashtra, Pondicherry, Karnataka, in Sirsi, Kumta, etc. And through this we have been accumulating large amount of data. This is only a preliminary program to develop lot of awareness. It needs long-term follow-up for 5 years to see that we help these people to continuously, regularly practice and work on this. So some of the results are very interesting. Even within these 8 days, the fasting blood glucose reduced from 174.8 to 152.5 in a group of 300 people who are doing yoga 2 hours every day for 10 days. And some of the interesting examples: one patient reduced from 570 milligrams fasting blood glucose to 338, another person from 403 to 204 with no change in their medication, 287 to 125, 221 to 79, etc. So with these interesting, useful examples in front of us, let us all join hands together as yoga practitioners, yoga promoters, health professionals, doctors, etc., who will be able to organize such camps in different parts of the country and see that we follow them up also. And it's very, very important to we recruit diabetics after proper screening, and also take their family members and people who are prone for diabetes above the age of 40 who have tendency for obesity and work on them. So with this, I again welcome all of you to join hands in this Stop Diabetes movement, and let us make it a big andolan, big movement, big program in the entire country, so that this epidemic of diabetes can be controlled. Thank you.